A taxi driver's struggle. I'm an old man now, but I remember when I was young. I was a taxi driver. I worked very hard every day, but I didn't make enough money. My family was poor. My wife and 2 children lived with me in a small house. Life was tough, and we struggled every day. I remember my daughter, Lily. She was a sweet girl. But at school, she was not happy. The other children made fun of her. They laughed because we did not have money. Every day she came home from school, crying. My heart broke for her. I wished I could do something to help her, but I didn't know how. One evening, I couldn't take it anymore. I felt tired and hopeless. I thought maybe my family would be better off without me. I felt like I could not fix our problems. I was thinking of leaving, of disappearing. That night, I went to the park. I sat on a bench in the dark. I felt very alone. Everything seemed so hard. Then something strange happened. I saw a small piece of paper on the bench. It had a message on it. It said, "If you need help, call us. We can help you." I was shocked. I picked up the paper and thought about it. I didn't know what to do, but something told me to call. So I picked up my phone and dialed the number. It rang, and a voice answered. "Hello, how can we help you?" the voice said. I couldn't believe it. I began to tell my story. The voice on the phone was calm and kind. I told the person everything about my family, my struggles, and how my daughter was sad. I told them I felt like there was no hope left. The person listened carefully. When I finished speaking, they said, "Don't worry, you are not alone. There is always help." I was confused, but felt a little better. "What should I do?" I asked. "We will send someone to talk to you," the voice said. "We will help you and your family." A few days later, a young man came to our house. His name was Mark. He was from a charity. Mark was kind and understanding. He spoke to me about my problems and also talked to my daughter, Lily. He listened to her too. Lily was shy at first, but Mark made her feel comfortable. Mark didn't just talk to us, he helped us. He gave us food and told us about jobs that might be available. He even helped Lily with her schoolwork. Slowly, things started to change. Lily began to smile again. She no longer cried after school. She started to believe that things would get better. Mark kept visiting us. Over time, he became more than just a helper. He became our friend. He was always there when we needed him, and he gave us hope when we had none. As time passed, life began to improve for my family. Mark's visits became more regular. He helped me find a better job. I started driving for a new taxi service, and the pay was better. It wasn't much, but it was enough to cover the bills. I felt a small sense of hope again. Lily's grades at school began to rise. She was no longer the sad girl who cried every day. She had friends now, and they were kind to her. She laughed again. I would watch her smile and feel a warmth in my heart. One day, Mark came to our house with a big surprise. He said, "I have a special gift for you." He handed me a letter. It was an offer for a scholarship for Lily. "This is for her. She worked hard, and she deserves it." I couldn't believe it. My daughter, The girl who used to hide in her room crying was now being given a chance to study for free. I looked at Lily, and her eyes sparkled with excitement. "Thank you," she whispered to Mark. I couldn't find the words to thank Mark. He had given us so much hope, support, and a brighter future. My family was finally starting to heal. Things were better, but life still had its challenges. My work as a taxi driver was tiring, and sometimes I still worried about money, but I had learned not to give up. I had learned that even in the hardest times, there was always a way to move forward. Lily's scholarship changed everything. She began to study hard. Her grades got even better. I saw the change in her. She was confident and happy. I never thought I would see the day when she would laugh again, but there she was, smiling every day. One evening, Mark visited again. This time he brought something even bigger. He said, "I have a job offer for you, Sam, a better one. A chance to leave the taxi service behind and work in an office." I was shocked. It was more than I could have ever hoped for. I sat down in the chair, trying to take in the news. "Are you sure?" I asked. Mark smiled. "It's a good opportunity. You've worked hard, Sam. You deserve it." I looked at Lily. Her face was full of hope. She believed in me. And for the first time in a long time, I believed in myself too. The days after Mark's offer were full of change. I worked harder than ever before, learning new things, trying to be the best I could be. My new job was not easy, but I was determined. Every day I went to work with a smile, thinking about the better life I was building for my family. Lily finished her studies and she graduated with honours. She had become a strong, independent woman. I was so proud of her. The teasing at school was just a memory now, and she was shining brightly. She had her own dreams, and I promised to help her achieve them. One day, Lily came home with some exciting news. "I've been accepted to a university far away, Dad," she said. I felt proud, but also sad. She was growing up, and she would be far from home. But I knew this was a great opportunity for her. The day Lily left for university was emotional. I hugged her tightly, telling her to follow her dreams. "Don't forget us, Dad," she said. "I won't forget, Lily," I replied, fighting back tears. I knew she would do amazing things. As she left, I realized how far we had come. Life was no longer a struggle. We had made it through the hard times, and now there was hope for the future. We were finally on the path to happiness. Years went by, and life continued to improve. Lily graduated from university with a degree in business. She found a good job, and she was happy. I watched her grow into a successful woman, and I couldn't have been prouder. One day she came to me with exciting news. "Dad, I'm getting married," she said with a big smile. I was overwhelmed with happiness. The little girl I had once held in my arms was now starting her own family. The wedding day was beautiful. Lily looked stunning in her white dress, and I couldn't help but think about all the years of hard work, the struggles and the sacrifices. It had all been worth it. I had been there for her, and she had made me proud. On the wedding day, as I stood by her side, I realized something important. Life is full of challenges, but with love and support, we can overcome anything. We had gone from being a poor family, struggling every day, to a family full of hope and happiness. Now, as I sit here, looking at my daughter and her new husband, I know that everything I did was worth it. I have no regrets. Life may not always be easy, but with family, love, and hard work, we can make it through. And that, my friend, is the real miracle.